Here it goes. I'm gonna launch it.
Don't have what you need, but I got what you want.
Hi guys. Today, I'm reviewing something totally different from what I've reviewed in the past. I'm reviewing a truck, but not just any truck. You have no idea how excited I am to drive this. This is like the sleepiest of sleepy trucks. You guys have seen videos of sticking LS engines in all kinds of different stuff, and you're like, wow, that'd be really awesome to stick an LS in something. Well, this is kind of like keeping it in the family. It's a Chevy S10 with an LQ4, which is so rad. I can't believe it actually fits. Like the LS2, which is also a 6-liter, the LQ4 is a 6-liter. However, it's a cast iron block with aluminum heads, whereas the LS2 is an aluminum block with aluminum heads. So this is the truck engine that came in the Silverado HD or the GMC Sierra HDs. So basically what he did was he took a Silverado with a 6-liter engine and transmission and stuffed it into the Chevy S10, which originally had a 4.3-liter Vortec V6. So I guess to get this to fit, all he had to do is bash in the tunnel right behind the block on top of the transmission. Also, the radiator is pushed into the core support, so it's mounted there. It's kind of sleek how the radiator cap is inside there. It actually looks like OE. And I guess this thing's kind of a Frankenstein of Ford and Chevy parts, because the rear end is out of a Ford Explorer, a 95 and up Ford Explorer. And I know you guys love a good rear end. With 373 gears. It did have 411s in it, but I guess it was a little bit too much on the highway. It is LSD, and it has disc brakes, which is pretty awesome. This truck originally had drums, so he has disc brakes all the way around. The front brakes are from a Chevy Blazer, which came with a 2-piston caliper, and this truck originally came with 1-piston caliper. So it's got upgraded brakes, front and rear. I'm gonna drive it and tell you what I think about it. And this will be my first truck review. And definitely probably the biggest sleeper out of any review I've ever done. So let's start this rig up. The whole truck, watch the horizon line behind me. Do you see the bed? It was, this thing's gonna get an entire can of beans. This is, when you just drive this thing normal, I mean, it's very calm. It drives just like a normal truck. I lost traction at like 50. He didn't ruin the truck by building this. It still retained its functionality as a pickup truck. You can still use it as intended. It has stock drivetrain from another Chevy truck. So it makes around 320 and change horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque. The truck does have a tune on it and a truck that weighs pretty close to 3,000 pounds. It's kind of the same concept as sticking an LS motor into a drift car, into like a 240 or a Miata or an E-Series like an E36. It's the same concept. You're just sticking a big V8 that was meant to power something heavier into a smaller and lighter car, so the engine doesn't have to work as hard. And it's kind of brilliant, honestly. Oh man. Oh man. Oh my God. One thing I do notice is when it shifts with authority. Like, it really shifts hard. It kind of lurches every time it grabs another gear. Like, it just feels beefy. This truck for $1,000 and sold the original drivetrain in it for $800. So this is a $200 truck. Total project, like everything he's put into this thing, he has less than $5 grand into it. I I thought this was really funny. It has the notes for his fuse block circuits under the hood, just written on there. The grill has this little cutout, which kind of looks like the older generation S10. It's just a cutout so that way the air filter can get more air. And you got this little heat shield. The owner did all the work on this truck himself, with the exception of the exhaust getting welded up, and I believe that was it. But he's done all the work on this truck himself, all the fabricating, all the welding, everything. The tuning, he's actually tuned the ECU himself. Everything still works. All the gauges work. Everything functions on this truck as it should. I want to give the beans again. Dude, this thing's fast. He's never ran the truck at a track before, so there's no telling how fast this is. I think it's definitely traction dependent. This thing needs slicks to hook up. To help the truck hook up, he has these little traction bars from Caltrax, which I think that's the only way really to tell that this thing has got something sleepy under the hood, is if you can see those. Here it goes, I'm gonna launch it.
So it's shake and bake, it's nonsense.
Oh my god, this is so crazy. This review is literally giving me just mashing the gas and doing bad things. Something else I thought was really cool is, for those of you who have owned trucks like this and have had to deal with fuel pumps going out, it means you need to pull the entire bed to do the fuel pump on one of these. What the owner did, and I actually think is pretty cool, is he cut the bed and he put an access panel, and it's clean. I think it's clean the way he did it. It's not painted, but it's a work truck. If he ever needs to access it, it now has an access panel to get to, so you don't need to pull the bed. As far as regular car views go, visibility in this truck, excellent. Braking ability. It's still got ABS. I don't ever test the brakes. It's probably for a reason. My boobs just hit the steering wheel. They work. As far as the truck goes, it's as basic as it gets. It does have AC. It's got a little CD player in it. The bench seat. It's got roll-up windows, crank windows. It's got door handles, some sun visors. Handling-wise, well, I'm about to go around a corner, so we'll see how this little truck handles. Brakes, well, they work. Cornering. Really going around a corner fast with it. The wheels are factory optional 16-inch S10 wheels, and they're 16x8s. Let's face it, this is not meant to handle in the canyons or be an autocross vehicle. This is meant to send tires to hell. My god, I got hit in the boob with a chunk of rubber. There's just like something special about a home-built project. Like, this is just so inexpensive, it's still fast, and it's different. Not a lot of people are gonna have this, and I give the owner a lot of credit for that. And I think there's just something special about building something rather than just buying it. I mean, obviously you gotta buy this truck, but you know what I mean? I don't know. I really like the idea of a home-built sleepy project like this. I think anybody can appreciate a sleeper, and I for sure definitely appreciate getting to drive this. This is an awesome little truck. So my rating score is gonna be 5 beans. 1 bean being a normal car, just a factory tuned, like 14, 15 second quarter-mile vehicle. That would be 1 bean. And then it goes up from there, just to give you a benchmark standard. 5 beans, I've never driven anything 5 beans. 5 beans would probably be like Leroy the Savage, I'm guessing. That's like a 5 bean. So this truck, I am giving it 3 beans. This thing, if it had slicks on the back, would be gnarly. So I hope you guys enjoy this review. This was really fun. Thank you to the owner for letting me do this review. And I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye.
And I'll hold you